Hello my friends, if you were wondering what were some of the benefits of taking cold showers, well in this video I'm going to give you 4 different benefits, and then at the end of the video I'm going to share you some of my opinions and thoughts on these different potential benefits. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Okay, to start things off with benefit number 1, the claim is that apparently if we expose ourselves to cold water or cold showers, we will experience better blood circulation. Now, the whole idea behind that is basically when we are exposed to the cold water, the capillaries or the blood vessels that are going to our skin gets constricted, and the blood vessels in our deep tissue or organs, they get dilated, right? So the blood flow basically gets prioritized to those parts of the body, and therefore as a consequence, we are experiencing better blood circulation, to put it basically. Okay, benefit number 2 is that apparently being exposed to cold showers or cold water, it actually isn't supposed to improve our metabolism, aid us in losing fat. Now, kind of piggybacking off of the last benefit, that process is our body's natural way of combating the cold. It's one of many different ways, but it's one of the ways our body strives to achieve homeostasis or some form of equilibrium. But in that process of doing that, it has to burn calories to do that. So the theory is, well, if you're doing that, then it should increase the metabolism and therefore help us lose some fat. That's the claim for one of the potential benefits out there. And moving right along to benefit number 3 is apparently the claim is that if we expose ourselves to cold showers, therefore it will lead to lowering stress and reducing depression as well. Now, the idea here is that if we expose ourselves to cold water, we can therefore lower our cortisol levels. And cortisol is basically our fight or flight hormone in the response of stress. So if we lower that, we're lowering our stress. At least that's the idea. Now, on the other hand, we have depression and basically norepinephrine is associated with actually a plethora of different body functions or chemical reactions that take place in the body. But for the purpose of this video, we know it as this hormone that's responsible for the euphoria feeling, right? The feel good hormone, if you will. Those levels are lower, we experience lethargy, lack of focus, and obviously depression. So the higher that is, we therefore should decrease our depression, right? At least that's the idea there. So there's a potential by exposing ourselves to cold showers consistently, we can therefore decrease our stress and depressions. And benefit number 4 is if we take cold showers, we can therefore experience a better immune system. Now, the idea here is when we take cold showers, apparently the white blood cell count in our blood can actually increase. And there have been studies that have shown this. One of the most popular ones, our most well-known ones, is actually there was a clinical study that was done in the Netherlands where they studied different groups of people, and the group of people that was exposed to cold showers actually experienced a 29% reduction in calling sick days from work. So there is a possibility that cold showers can actually lead to an improved immune system. All right, my friends, there you have it. Those are my 4 benefits you could potentially experience while taking cold showers. Now, I would like to go back and kind of just talk a little bit about them. You don't have to watch this, but if you do, appreciate it. Right, but before we go to that, I do want to give you basically a bonus benefit. Now, this is based on my personal experience as someone over the years does actually practice cold showers. That comes from my times in high school. I'm 29 years old, by the way, and just one thing led to another, and yeah, long story short, I just like the way they made me feel. Now, a bonus benefit to me is that I personally do believe, now this ain't based on any studies, this is me talking to you based on my personal experiences. I believe a benefit is that I think cold showers improve our focus. I think it improves our mental clarity. I truly believe this. This is the reason why I take cold showers. I don't necessarily do it for any other benefits. I wasn't even aware those were benefits. I heard before was improved blood circulation, but I don't really care about that. But for me, it was the mental clarity. When I wake up in the morning, when I decide to take a cold shower, it's almost like a meditative state. I don't know how to explain it. It's like almost spiritual moment. I don't know. But when I'm in the shower, I'm flooding my mind with positive thoughts. I'm being grateful for things in my life. I'm thinking about all the things I want to do and attack. And I'm just thinking to myself how I'm going to kick the butt's day. It's a very positive couple minutes, right? I'm just trying to get my mind right for the day. And I just firmly believe that cold showers help me. They're not the reason, but they help me or aid me in achieving that mental state I crave. Now, again, I'm not saying it is the reason, but I do believe that it helps. It aids me getting there. So that's my bonus benefit to you. Okay, talking about benefit number 1, it's supposed to improve our blood circulation. I can see that. That I think there's some legitimacy behind that, right? Like that's just our body's natural response to the cold or cold water, right? Whatever. That's just one of the few ways our bodies try to achieve homeostasis or equilibrium. Now, the only question though is, what is the degree of that benefit? Is it even really worth it? Because I mean, based on my education, I mean, dude, I would just tell you, just go for a walk. Seriously, I mean, you can achieve the same benefits from just taking a 10-minute walk or a jog or whatnot, you know, so you don't have to do that. And that wouldn't be my first suggestion for anyone who's trying to improve blood circulation. Like, I would say I would either focus on my exercise or diet, really. I wouldn't necessarily look at it as something. Like, if this was the only benefit, I would say Coach R's not even worth your time. Now, if you're just looking as a supplement, like just that little help on, like just the edge, like give you an edge maybe, possibly, I could see there's something there, right? I could see the benefits. And talking about benefit number 2, the increased metabolism and body weight, yes, I think there is some, I think it's true that cold showers can improve our metabolism, but to say that to help us lose weight, I don't know about that. I'm sure it does, but I mean, you're in the shower for 2-3 minutes. I mean, how many calories are we expecting to burn in that amount of time, right? Like, I couldn't imagine it's very many. I wouldn't imagine. Is that really strong enough benefit to take cold showers just for that? Maybe if you looking purely from a standpoint, I just want to get my metabolism up. Even then, I don't even know if I just don't know. And there's no studies that concretely say like, yes, if you do this is going to substantially improve your metabolism, maybe over a long period of time. But man, you're only there for like 2-3 minutes. I surely would not recommend anyone doing this as if like this is the life hack, this is it. I would, again, if you're looking for that, I would just say diet, sleep cycles, make sure you're getting enough sleep, exercise. I would focus on those things. To sit here and say that's gonna do it for you, man. Again, it might be one of those things where supplement and you're just using it to give you a little bit of an edge on the end. I just questioned the degree of benefit it's giving you. And benefit number 3 is supposed to reduce stress and depression. Now, stress, I'm more willing to buy on because, man, when I'm in the shower, I feel a lot better and it really helps me attack the day and I'm in a better mindset. So I could definitely see how it reduces stress just from a mental standpoint. Now, depression, on the other hand, I'm not buying it. Maybe in that moment, of all the things, it's probably the one I'm most skeptical about. As someone who unfortunately suffers from depression, probably more than I care to admit, and I'm not ashamed to say that, but it is what it is. I just feel like depression is way more complex and complicated than that. To sum it up or to chalk it up to a 2-3 minute shower, that's the one I'm really skeptical about. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm not saying it can't help you in any way, but I just think it takes more than a cold shower to ail or cure something that is so complicated as depression. So that's just a whole nother animal compared to stress. And our last benefit that we talked about today was the improvement of our immune system. I personally think there's something here just from personal experience and based on the studies, it does appear there's something there. Man, I'm barely sick. Very rarely. In fact, I'm not even joking with you. Probably the last 3 to 5 years, I can only remember or account for calling in sick just once, man. I mean, literally. And that was actually, ironically, just a few months ago, actually. I didn't even call in sick. I had to leave work early because I was experiencing flu-like symptoms. Luckily, it wasn't COVID, but I don't know. I'm not willing to go as far as chalking them only to cold showers because, I mean, I try to live a healthy life, try to maintain a healthy diet. I do try to keep an account for daily exercise, and I try to do things that puts myself in a healthy position. How big of an impact that cold showers are doing, that's a different conversation. That's a bigger question mark. I don't know, but I do think there is something here. I think there's some legitimacy behind that actually can help you with that. I do believe that. So, all right, my friends, those are my thoughts and opinions on the 4 benefits we talked about, including my bonus benefit. But man, I'd love to hear what you think. What are your thoughts and opinions? Do you experience anything? Are there some benefits you'd like to add? Do you think it's worth it? Like, these are all things I would love to hear and love for you to express and share as well, because I think the topic overall is very fascinating, as there's a lot of claims, but the research and the evidence is just not entirely there. And the studies that we do have are more based on people being submerged in cryotherapy, and there's not a whole lot of studies done on specifically cold showers, right? But we're getting there, and I'm really excited to learn more about that, because there could potentially be a lot of benefits there. So my friends, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to click the like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. Make sure you leave some comments below. With that being said though, again, this is the Natural Soap Man. I'll see you next time in another video. Till then, take care, my friends, and stay natural.